And Mr. Prime Minister, can you tell us how Japan would respond if China were to invade or try to take over Taiwan? And how do you hope that the U.S. would respond if that were to happen? And, Mr. President, if you could tell us how the U.S. is prepared to respond, we would appreciate it.
Hi.
Thank you. On Taiwan, in the summit meeting, it was brought up in our discussions. The situation in the Taiwan Straits. The fundamental position of Japan and the United States was reaffirmed. There is no change. And we asserted the importance of peace and stability of the Taiwan Straits, which is fundamental to international order, and peaceful resolution of the Straits issue should be pursued. We reconfirmed that position. Now, in Asia, we are against any unilateral attempt to change status quo by force in Asia, all the more so because of such position regarding the situation in Ukraine. We think that unilateral attempt to change status quo is impermissible. That's why we're cooperating with the international cooperation, and we decided to participate in the strong sanctions, and we are providing humanitarian assistance. And in Asia as well, peace and stability must be upheld and defended. And in order to defend peace and stability in Asia, we will drastically upgrade and strengthen our defense capability. And the United States is the only ally for Japan. And Japan-U.S. alliance is thus very, very important. We have to strengthen this alliance to defend peace and stability of the region. That's our belief. And in so doing, extended deterrence and response by the United States must be reliable. We have full confidence in response by the United States, including extended deterrence, and strengthening of Japan-U.S. alliance is very important, and we truly hope that as many members of the general public will have even deeper confidence on this alliance, so that in turn will lead to regional peace and stability. And I look forward to cooperating with President Biden to that end.
Our policy toward Taiwan has not changed at all. We remain committed to supporting the peace and stability across the Taiwan Straits and ensuring that there is no unilateral change of the status quo. I would add that one of the reasons why it's so important that Putin pay a dear price for his barbarism in Ukraine. The idea that on your station today and every other station in America, they're showing bombings of every school, no military purpose, schools, hospitals, daycare centers, all the things, museums, blowing up all the museums. I believe what Putin is attempting to do is eliminate the identity of Ukraine. The identity. He can't occupy it, but he can try to destroy its identity. And the reason I bother to mention that is he has to pay, and Russia has to pay a long-term price for that in terms of the sanctions that have been imposed. And the reason I bother to say this, it's not just about Ukraine. If, in fact, after all he's done, there's a rapprochement met between between the Ukrainians and Russia, and these sanctions are not continued to be sustained in many ways, then what signal does that send to China about the cost of attempting to take Taiwan by force? They're already flirting with danger right now by flying so close and all the maneuvers that are undertaken. But the United States is committed. We've made a commitment. We support the one China policy. We support all that we've done in the past. But that does not mean that China has the ability, the jurisdiction to go in and use force to take over Taiwan. So we stand firmly with Japan and with other nations not to let that happen. And my expectation is it will not happen. It It will not be attempted. My expectation is a lot of it depends upon just how strongly the world makes clear that that kind of action is going to result in long-term disapprobation by the rest of the community.
Very quickly, you didn't want to get involved in the Ukraine conflict militarily for obvious reasons. Are you willing to get involved militarily to defend Taiwan if it comes to that?
Yes.
You are.
That's the commitment we made. That's the commitment we made. We are not, look, here's the situation. We agree with a one China policy. We signed on to it and all the attendant agreements made from there. But the idea that it can be taken by force, just taken by force, is just not appropriate. It will dislocate the entire region and be another action similar to what happened in Ukraine. And so it's a burden that is even stronger. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Mr. President.